Hello my dear students, in this video we will discuss the topic effect of First World War on Europe, and especially we discuss effect of First World War on Germany. Okay, students, till now you studied that First World War took place between two powers. One is the Allied power and another group was the Central power, and in which Central power got defeated and Germany was among the Central power. Among the Central power there were three countries. One was the Austria-Hungary, then the Turkey, Ottoman Empire ruling over Turkey, and another one was the Germany. So Germany got defeated in the First World War, and after defeat Germany was forced to sign the Treaty of Versailles. This you have studied, and you have also studied the clauses of Treaty of Versailles. Okay. Now we discuss in all the effect of the impact of the First World War on Germany and on Europe and especially on Germany. Okay. War had a devastating impact on Europe. Students, we all know whenever any kind of a war took place, always the war have a bad effect, devastating effect on any of the nation. And this was the World War, so obviously this must be having a devastating impact on Europe, and both psychological as well as the financially devastating impact on Europe. Okay, Europe had converted from a creditor into a debtor. Creditor means the one who gave the money. Before the First World War, the Europe was so much financially strong that it gave the money to other nations of other continent. But First World War ruined the economy of Europe, and it get converted from a creditor. Creditor means one who gave money, to the debtor. Debtor means the one who take up the money. Means ये कर्जदार बन गया था उसके बाद. Why? Because for fighting a war, it took up so much money on loan. That's why. Okay. So first thing, had a devastating impact both psychologically as well as financially, and it converted Europe from creditor to debtor. This is the impact on whole of Europe. Okay. Now we move particularly to Germany. What was the impact on Germany? It had social and political impact also on Germany. The First World War had a social impact. Social impact means it affect the society of Germany, as well as it had a political impact, change the political structure of Germany. Okay, in which way? Like after the World War, soldiers came to be placed above civilians. Means in our country also there is an army and the normal civilian people are there. So after the war, the people of Germany praised so much the army, so much the soldiers, that they were put above the civilians. Means they were praised so much because they fought for the country. Okay. Next point, politician and publicist. Publicist beta, one who publish, like the newspaper, it is a publicist because it publish. Okay. Politician and publicist lay stress on the need of man to be aggressive, strong and masculine. Means these qualities of the man. Now after the war, people consider that a man must be with a personality of man must be aggressive in nature, strong as well as the masculine, because for fighting anywhere you need a power, you must be strong and aggressive in nature. So these qualities of man started to be praised publicly. They started to be praised in newspaper also. These things considered to be good for a man, to be aggressive in nature, to be strong and masculine. Okay. So this is the social change, means the thinking of the people, the psychology of the people change. Now they started praising a man to be more aggressive and strong. Media glorified trench life. But what is trench life? Trench life is when army moves somewhere to fight, then they make a tent and live at various places. Na? That is a trench life. गड्ढे करके means वहाँ छुप कर भी रहते हैं. That is a trench life. Okay. So now media started to glorify the trench life, because why they started to glorify soldiers live in a trench life, a difficult life. Like in our Indian movies, we saw that hero when faced so much difficulty, so we praise it now. In a similar way, the media started glorifying the trench life lived by the soldiers. But the reality of the trench life was that the truth was that soldiers live a miserable life in the trenches. Miserable life, very bad life, because when they live in a trenches means कहीं गड्ढा करके, मतलब कहीं पर भी छुपने की जगह. During a time of war, there were so much rats over there. चूहे होते थे. And because of that, these soldiers suffer various kind of a disease like that of a plague. Okay, so miserable life in trenches, trapped by the rat, feeding on the corpses. वह rat क्यों आते थे? Because when during a war, when the soldier died, then their dead bodies were lying over there. Then those rat came there to feed on those. That's why the actual condition was very miserable over there. But that was glorified by the media to motivate the people to go and join the army. Okay, for motivating that. The soldier faced poisonous gas. During the time of the war, you know, another country attacked by a poisonous gas, means various kind of a difficult situation was faced by the soldiers. But they were glorified. These things were glorified in the media. Because in this, because they were glorified because the soldiers were facing so much difficult situation, and in that situation also they were fighting like a heroes. In this way, they were glorified. Okay. Now what we have studied? We've studied impact on Europe. Europe converted from creditor to a debtor continent. Then the war had a social as well as the political impact. The soldiers were placed above the civilians. The qualities of a man to be aggressive, strong and masculine started to be praised by the press, by the media. Media also glorify the trench life. Okay, now we move to the next point. Aggressive war propaganda and national honor occupy main space in the public sphere. Means in a public sphere, in a common people, in the society, the war propaganda means to be ready, any country to be ready. Like in our country nowadays, you can see that now media is what it is also doing a propaganda of spreading the aggressive war propaganda. In which way, when China or Pakistan attack India, then we are ready to fight with them in this. In a similar way, the situation was there in Germany. Aggressive war propaganda and national honor, the national pride, occupy main sphere in the public. Popular support grew from conservative. Better this conservative group. Now remember, in Germany before the war there was a monarchy. Okay, the king was there. But as I told you, when Germany started to losing in the First World War, then the king fled from there to Holland and make Prince Max the Chancellor of Germany. But later on the election took place and Weimar Republic came to the power. This thing I told you previously. Okay. Weimar Republic formed the government, but there was, as in chapter number 2, Russian Revolution, you studied that there were people of various ideology, like the conservative group and conservative liberals. These groups were there, na? In a similar, the conservative group were those who do not want so much changes. So this group, okay, this conservative group in Germany, they were against the newly elected Weimar Republic, and they started getting the support of common people. Why? Because you know the common people goes against the newly elected Weimar Republic because they signed the Treaty of Versailles, which was so much humiliating for Germany. That's why the popular support grew for conservative dictatorship. These conservative people, they were against the republican form of government which was formed at Weimar Republic, and they were in favor of a dictatorship form of government. Okay, so the people also started supporting that. Okay, now move further. Weimar Republic. Why the people were against the Weimar Republic in Germany after the First World War? Because it carried the burden of war guilt. War guilt means the Weimar Republic was considered to be responsible for the humiliation they faced after in the Treaty of Versailles, as well as of the war guilt, means the loss which they suffered during the time after the war. For all these things, the blame goes directly to the Weimar Republic. Okay. Weimar Republic carried the burden of war guilt and national humiliation and was financially crippled. Crippled means phas jana, by being forced to pay war compensation. War compensation, you know, they had to pay a particular amount as a war indemnity to the winning nations. क्यों पे करना था कि they were made responsible for the war, that's why they have to pay the compensation. And while Germany was paying that compensation, it itself became financially so much weak. That's why we are saying, and they are saying here, that financially crippled the Germany. Those who supported Weimar Republic. Now in Germany, as I told you, there were many groups. In which form? In a form of an ideological difference. The people were there who had an ideological difference. Like one was the conservative groups. Okay, there were socialists also, Catholic also, and Democrats also. Okay, so the supporters of the Republic were the socialists, Catholic, and Democrats. They became the easy targets of the conservative. These conservative groups were against the Weimar Republic. Then obviously they were against the people who supported the Weimar Republic. And all these Weimar Republic, as well as socialist, Catholic, and Democrat, they were considered to be the November criminals. They were mocking बेटा बोलते हैं मजाक उड़ाने का. उनका मजाक किस तरह से उड़ाया जाने लगे? By saying them the November criminals. Why they were said to be the November criminals? Because the Treaty of Versailles, which was humiliating for Germany, was signed in the month of November. That's why they were started to be said November criminals. So the question can be asked, who was said to be the November criminals? So they were the socialists, Catholic, and the Democrats who supported the Weimar Republic. They were considered to be the November criminals. So this is the impact of the First World War. Thank you.